Hi guys, and welcome to my inner sanctum. Today I want to show you one of my favorite flies, and I'm pretty dedicated to use on the coast, fishing for sea trout. It's very simple to tie, and it's very effective. Just a quick tour of my little fishing tying hut. Call it whatever you want, but this is my inner sanctum where I go to enjoy everything about fishing. This is what I want to show you today, an STF shrimp, and the materials we're going to use today is mallard. I already cut some of the mallard out, and we also use STF dub in tan, and we might use some red, and we're going to use some shrimp ice from Sea Shrimp. The hook I'm using is an Rex NS10 Streamer SE size 6 saltwater hook. This is one of my favorite flies, the STF shrimp fly, and it's very simple to tie. So let's get started. I already cheated a bit, as you see. Cover the hook and tying thread, and I also tied in some substitute lead wire just to make the fly sink faster and have a jigging movement when it gets into the water. First off, take some dub, and here I split it just to make sure I get what I want, with a nice tail on it. And the whole point of this is to make it right, and I'll put that down for a minute. I have this teal, rather the mallard, and this is for the mouthpiece for the shrimp, and I'll cut two pieces of mallard out, and I just split them up to make sure it's not totally uniformed, like so. And that's going to be the mouthpiece for the shrimp. A couple of loose turns just to make sure I'm happy. Yep. Then we tie it down. And we start right at the hook. Cut off the axis. Just tie the rest down here. Go back. And now we pick up the part I took before to make the hook, or the tail of it, and I want that to be pretty much as far as the teal, or rather the mallard. Once again, a loose turn, just make sure I'm happy, and that looks fine. We tie it down, and so if you want some more fill to it, you just flip this over. And tie it down right there as well, and that actually ensures a much tighter and secure fly. Now here is where the red comes in, and you can do this tan only, but I have a theory that doing this little contrast color actually makes it a striking point for a sea trout. And all we have to do now is bulk it up, a small bulk, and the reason we do that is to secure the shrimp eyes on it. and it's, I mean, it doesn't have to be a very huge bulk, but let's try this in a contrast color. I wind this pretty much very tightly so. And I'm pretty much happy with that. Tie this down. And just cut off that bit right here. Like so. I'll remove the red from the table, otherwise you'll get mixed colours in it. We'll tie that in. And we take some shrimp eyes. And these shrimp eyes, I mean, some people make them by themselves with a nylon fishing line, but this is from a company called SHRIMP Eyes, www.easyshrimpeyes.dk, and they're pre-made, so that makes it a lot easier. I hope. Never used it. Well, I used them once, and this is why we need the bulk. It's to make the eyes pop out a little here. I'll just tie this down with the loose turns. And then we fasten it a little bit tighter. And here some people wants to put the line behind the eyes to pull them out a bit, and that's surely an option. Personally, I never do that, but they are pre-made to stick out. And then we cut off the excess plastic. I'll just tie this down now. I mean, this at the moment it doesn't look pretty, but it will. And now we make a dubbing loop. And move the thread back to the end. And we bring in a dubbing wheel. And some more tan. And here it's okay to take plenty of it. A good portion. I might even take more than that. And now we have to distribute it in the loop. And here the most important part is to make it thick towards the hook, and not as thick at the end of where my fingers are, because that ensures that the fly will be tapering towards the end of the hook. Take the dubbing wheel, just ensure it's all in there. And give it a twirl. Take up some of this axis, and then you just start turning it in. And after each turn, we pull the fibers backwards and make sure that the turns are tight to the previous one. Oh, sorry. This is a traveling vise, so the base is not very heavy, so it might be moving around a bit. And just just lock it in place. Cut off some of the excess. Make sure you don't cut them. Yep. Like so. Pull it back. And for me, because I'm a quite that, you know, that way I'm retarded, so I'll just have to turn it around here, because I can only do the dubbing loop, no, the wet finish the other way around. I'm sorry, that's just how I work. I have no idea why, but oh, that's not pretty. And one last one to make it really strong and tight. And we finish it off like that, like so, and that's it. You can use some UV stuff for covering up the wet finish, but that's pretty much it. If you want, and this is, you can take this, this is for cleaning out a gun barrel. I use this because it's way cheaper than a lot of other options, but you can just brush out some fibers if you really want it to be more filling, and bring out the live fibers like so. And that's it. Fast, easy, simple, and very, very effective. You can't see it right now, but the red part I put in, when it gets wet, you can see it. So that's really, really awesome. Cheers, guys.